Hello, my dear friends. I am Dr. Kapil Patil, Assistant Professor in Department of Zoology. In present video, I am going to talk silent feature of class Amphibia. In ancient times, vertebrates dominated in aquatic lives, but due to the scarcity of space and food, these vertebrates attempt to came on a land. So no doubt to say amphibia is the first vertebrates which came on a earth. So this amphibia, it's a Greek word. It's a combination of two words. Amphi means dual and bios means life. Two mode of life. These animals adapted for land as well as for water life. Mostly these amphibians depends on water for the process of reproduction, because in a amphibia reproduction is a external types. Some amphibia showing external type reproduction, so for the medium it depends on a water. No marine forms of this amphibia. When you see their body divisible into head and trunk. In some amphibia, tail is present, belongs to the order Urodela. Mostly in amphibia, their body is divided into head and trunk. Then another thing is that amphibia tetrapod belongs to superclass Tetrapoda. Four pairs of limbs present in an amphibia, including forelimbs with a 4 digits and hind limbs with a 5 digits. These hind limbs generally adapted for jumping purpose, and in amphibians their claws is absent. Reptiles claws is present, but in amphibians claws is absent, and their feet is a Weber type feet. Feet is a Weber type feet, adaptation for swimming purposes. Then amphibians carnivorous, feeding on a flesh materials, mostly a insectivorous. Common example, frog is there. All amphibians are carnivorous in nature. Then skin. When you see the skin of reptiles, their skin is a rough, dry and scaly, prevent the evaporation of water as well as no sweat gland present. Other hand, when you see the skin of amphibia, the skin is a moist, glandular. This glandular, some glands present beneath a skin, and that gland secrete a poison like substance which protect the skin from predators as well as from other bacterial infection, as well as these glands, mucous gland is also present in a skin. That mucous gland secrete a mucus like material, and that material make a skin moist, and that help for the process of respirations, because some amphibians showing a cutaneous respiration. For the cutaneous respirations, moist skin is very necessary, as well as their skin is a vascular, nothing but very thin, as well as high supply with the blood vessels. It helps for the diffusion of gases. Then skin scaleless, no exoskeleton found in amphibians. Their skin, no scales found on their skin, as well as chromatophore like color pigment present in their skin. It help for the camouflage, conceal their self and protect from the predators. Then skeleton, two types, endoskeleton. So their endoskeleton totally made by bones. So bony endoskeleton present in amphibians. Then I mention exoskeleton absent in amphibians. So highlighted point, exoskeleton absent in amphibians. So see the next slide. Then circulation. When you see the circulation, so in amphibians incomplete double circulation is there. So shortly we can say incomplete double circulation means a mixed type blood supply to the body. Mixed type blood supply to the body, as well as when you see their heart is a 3-chamber. 2 auricle and 1 ventricle is there. 2 auricles separated by a wall, but in a ventricle no separation, no partition is there. So oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood mix into the ventricles, and this blood supply to the body, so that we can say incomplete double type of circulations found in a amphibian, as well as in a aortic arch is a symmetrical. See the next slide. So nostril, two connected nostrils present and open in a mouth side. Eyes, when you observe the eyes of amphibians, generally bulging type of eyes present, and nictitating membrane is a well developed. A transparent nictitating membrane developed. It helps to see inside the water. Ears, so in an amphibian external ears is absent. Imagine a frog. In a frog, external ear is absent. Behind the eyes, a one button-like flat structure is there. We can say a tympanum. Tympanum is present. Tympanum works like a ear. Tympanum represents the ears. So only one middle bone, stapes bone, present in a ears. Then their nervous system. When you see their nervous system, in a nervous system, in a frog, 10 cranial nerves present in a frog. Then see the next slides. Teeth. When you see the teeth, homodont type teeth present. Homodont means similar in a shape and size. Acrodont type, it loosely attached with a jawbone, broad base, pointed apex, backwardly directed. Their main function to prevent the escape of prey, but no play any role in a process of mastications. Then polyphyodont. Poly means many set. These teeth replace throughout the life. Many set of teeth is present. When you see our teeth is a heterodont, dissimilar in shape and size. Diphyodont means 2 set of teeth is there. First teeth is a middle teeth and another is a permanent teeth. After breaking a permanent teeth, our teeth never replace, but in this animal their teeth replace so many times in their life. Such a condition is called as polyphyodont. So teeth is a homodont, acrodont and polyphyodont, but not play any role in a mastication. Tongue. When you see the tongue, their tongue is a bifurcated as well as sticky, so sticky it helps to capture a prey. And when you see this tongue, their tongue anterior side attached and posterior side is a free, opposite to our tongue. When you see our tongue, our anterior side is a free and posterior side is a attached. But in this case, anterior side is attached, posterior side is a free. So their tongue is so elongated because of these conditions, and that help to capturing a prey. Then respiration. In amphibians, these amphibians respire through the gills. When you see larval form of frog as well as salamander, they are respire through the gills or buccopharyngeal cavity as well as lungs. In adult form, they respire through the lungs in a terrestrial area, as well as another things. When you see skins, cutaneous respirations also found in a amphibians. So their skin is a moist and vascular. Then when you see their digestive system is a complete type, start from mouth end towards the anus. In an anus, start from mouth and ends towards the cloaca, not a anus. So cloaca, we can say a common opening for alimentary canal secretion, then reproductive secretion as well as nitrogenous waste secretion. So cloaca is present in a amphibia. Then their skull is a dicondyle. Then vertebral columns. When you see their vertebral columns, in their vertebral columns, after the atlas, axis bone is absent. So in amphibians, axis bone is absent. Then in their excretory system, when you see their young ones, their young one is a aminotelic. Aminotelic means nitrogenous waste product is a ammonia. For elimination of ammonia through the body require tremendous amount of water. So generally their larval form is aquatic, so their larval form is a aminotelic, and adult form is a ureotelic. Ureotelic, for elimination of their nitrogenous waste product is a urea. For elimination of urea required moderate amount of water. So larval form aminotelic and adult form is a ureotelic. Aminotelic and ureotelic. Then C, poikilothermic, means cold-blooded. They cannot adjust their internal temperature, body temperature. We are warm-blooded. Our internal temperature is a constant. But when these animals seated in a cold area, their temperature suddenly decrease. And when this animal seated in a warm area, their temperature suddenly increase, means fluctuation is more. So that these animals in adverse conditions or extreme condition enters in a hibernation and aestivation. In a hibernation means we can say winter sleep. In a winter, when temperature is reduced, that times this reduced temperature decrease the activity of enzyme that are signals for that animals, and that animals enters in a winter sleep, stop their activity, only respire. And second things, in a summer season when temperature is high, that are also create a effect on their system. These high temperature cause a denature of enzymes, so these animals are undergoes in a aestivation, summer sleeps, means these amphibians is not adapted for wide range of climatic change. So then another points, when you see sexes, so sexes are separate in an amphibia. Sexes are separate. When you see a frog, the sexual dimorphism character is also found. In a male frog is a smaller in size. Nuptial pad is also present that are help to capturing a female during a fertilization, as well as vocal sac is also present. So sexual dimorphism character is also found in a salamander, in a amphibians. Then fertilization, no doubt fertilization is a external types. Best example, frog, male and female lay the egg in a water simultaneously and fertilization is occur, means fusion of male and female gametes outside the body. Then in some fertilization internal type, best example salamander is there. Okay, fusion of male and female gamete inside the body. So two type of fertilization occur in amphibians. Then oviparous, these amphibians are oviparous, egg laying, developments, two type direct or in some indirect. Means direct means we can say after hatching young ones resembles to adult, but indirect types young ones is a totally different from the adults. Means young ones we can say adapted for aquatic life, but adult is a terrestrial lives. Means in indirect development they are passing through a larval stages. That type of development is called as indirect. Again, well known example, tadpole larvae of frog, totally aquatic, tail is present, and when you see the adult, no tail is present and adapted for terrestrial as well as aquatic life, but larval form is a totally adapted for aquatic life. Such a development is called as indirect development. So some example in front of you. Bufotod is there, Rana tigrina is there, Hylat is also there, Salamander is there. Then Ethophyes is also there, limbless amphibia, no limbs present in a Ethophyes. Okay, so that are sufficient information or basic characteristics of amphibia. Next time we will see the different orders of this class amphibia. Thank you.